We're looking at a sermon where Pastor Shawn connects, surprisingly perhaps, the parable of the rich fool from Luke with the book of Ecclesiastes. Often misunderstood, that one.
Definitely. So our mission really is to unpack this single Hebrew word he talks about, hevel.
Exactly. What does hevel truly mean for, how we live? Where do we find joy in all this?
Okay, let's get into it. Pastor Shawn starts with that famous line, vanity of vanities, vanity of vanities, all is vanity.
Right, the classic Ecclesiastes opening. But he immediately points out the Hebrew hevel hevelim, hevel hevelim, hakel hevel. It means so much more.
More than just
Ew.
emptiness.
Yeah, much more active, more dynamic. He says hevel isn't just emptiness, it's about something fleeting.
Fleeting how?
Like breath, like vapor, wind, smoke.
Yeah.
Stuff you can't grasp, can't hold on to. Here, 1 minute.
Gone the next. He even mentioned blowing out a candle in the sermon.
He did, yeah. To show that exact ephemeral nature, poof, it's gone. That's hevel.
Wow. Okay,
Um,
so if that's hevel, what does it mean for us? Pastor Shawn applies it really broadly, doesn't it?
Oh, completely. To everything. Not just the rich fool's barns, which is the obvious connection, maybe.
But also.
Also, his own life. That's the kicker from Jesus in the parable. You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you.
That hits hard. So all is hevel really means all.
All. Our lives, houses, cars, bank accounts. Pastor Shawn lists them out. Families, friends, even, Facebook friends.
So none of it lasts. None of it can be held on to forever.
That's the idea. It's all like
Yeah.
that smoke here and then gone. It sounds maybe grim, but he frames it as a fundamental truth we need to grasp.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. Pastor Shawn points out how we usually focus on the wealth part of the rich fool's story,
Right. We jump to, oh, he was greedy.
which Pastor Shawn says is cultural, isn't it? We tend to make everything about money. It's the economy, stupid kind of thing.
Exactly. And he argues that focus makes us miss the real foolishness.
So what was the real foolishness if it wasn't just hoarding wealth?
Well, Pastor Shawn suggests it's something that sounds, well, totally normal. Sensible, even.
Which is,
Storing up for the future, preparing for it. Saving for a rainy day, planning ahead.
but isn't that wise?
That's the tension.
Mm.
Because that future we're planning for, it's also hevel. It might just evaporate. Like smoke. He even quotes someone saying, I might get hit by a bus tomorrow. We kind of know this deep down, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Plans change. Life happens.
Right. So the fool's plan, this meticulous future he's building, it's built on something fundamentally ungraspable.
Let's look at the fool again. He's already rich, gets this huge harvest, but instead of joy, it causes him.
Heartache. Anxiety, really. What do I do now? Need bigger barns?
Right. And only then, he thinks, when the barns are built, when everything's stored up for years, then I'll relax. Eat, drink, be merry.
It's that constant deferral of joy, isn't it? I won't be happy until... fill in the blank.
Always chasing that next thing.
Precisely. Pastor Shawn says, right up to the end, the fool is grasping at smoke, still needing that one more thing so he can finally live.
He quotes Martin Luther too, right? But the heart.
Yeah, powerful quote. The heart is a constantly yawning chasm. It wants everything, and even if it obtained everything, it would go on looking for still more.
Wow. That's unsettlingly accurate sometimes.
It really is. So for Pastor Shawn, the foolishness isn't the stuff itself. It's the endless building, the searching, the grasping for what we don't have.
It's the belief that joy is always over there, in the future, once we achieve X or Y.
That's the folly, that belief system.
Okay, so if that's the foolish path, what's the alternative? This is where he brings in Ecclesiastes again, right? The cynic.
Exactly. And the cynic sounds pretty downbeat at first, talking about toil, pain, work being a vexation, minds not resting even at night.
Sounds just like the rich fool, actually.
Yes, that's
Stressed
right.
out, never content.
Totally. And the cynic concludes, this also is vanity, this is hevel. Seems like a dead end.
But it's not.
But then, a twist. A surprising truth emerges. The cynic says, there is nothing better for mortals than to eat and drink and find enjoyment in their toil.
Enjoyment in the toil.
Yeah.
In the work itself.
Yes. Finding meaning, purpose, satisfaction in the process, in the day-to-day stuff, not just waiting for the outcome.
So finding joy in the everyday grind, essentially.
Kind of. Pastor Shawn connects it to our vocations, the daily rhythm of life. And the cynic doesn't just say, make the best of it. He says,
This also is from the hand of God.
exactly. It reframes the whole thing. The fool thinks joy is tomorrow, always deferred. The cynic says, no, there's goodness, there's joy now in the everydayness. It's a gift.
That really does make me think of that Tim McGraw song Pastor Shawn mentioned, Live Like You Were Dying.
Ah, yes. The story of the guy with the cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, who suddenly starts living,
Yes.
right? Skydiving, climbing mountains,
Mhm.
but also the other stuff.
Loved deeper, spoke sweeter, gave forgiveness. That part's key, too.
And that line, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. It's like that diagnosis forced an awareness of hevel.
Precisely. And Pastor Shawn ties it back. We're all in the process of dying. That's the reality. But it's not meant to be depressing.
It's meant to be liberating.
Yes. He says Jesus and the cynic offer good news for the here and the now. Today, right now, this
It
moment,
is a gift to us from the God of the universe.
right, there's meaning, purpose, joy now. In the toil, the ups, the downs, in what we actually have, what we can actually grasp today.
So, wrapping this up, what does this deep dive really mean for you, the listener? It feels like embracing hevel isn't about giving up.
Not at all. It's not despair. It's more like a radical invitation. Live fully, right here, right now.
Yeah, it frees you from that constant grasping, that chase for a future happiness that might never even arrive or might not satisfy if it does.
Exactly. Pastor Shawn concludes that when we find joy in our work, in just living our lives today, well, then we're free.
Free for what?
Free to live lives that are rich toward God. Which sounds maybe abstract, but he explains it.
How?
It's about seeing that the good things, food, drink, work, joy, they come from a source beyond our own striving. Recognizing that gift.
A source that gives us what we truly need.
Yes. And that realization, that gratitude, that sense of being provided for now, that's what frees us up.
Frees us too.
To joyfully love and serve the neighbor without constantly worrying about getting more for ourselves because we realize we already have what matters.
So what really stands out to you listening to this idea of finding joy in the everyday, living rich toward God, even knowing life is fleeting, is hevel.
Yeah, maybe think about this. If today really is a gift, like Pastor Shawn suggests,
Was one small thing, one everyday task, one
Oh.
interaction.
that you could approach differently, with a bit more presence, maybe a bit more joy, right now.
How might seeing life as beautifully temporary instead of tragically short actually make this moment feel more alive?
Something to think about as you go about your day.